Thank you for the response. This question again is for the panel. How do you feel about the impact of congestion pricing on the for hire vehicle industry? And should taxis and for hire vehicles be exempt from the new congestion charge?
I thought we just kind of answered that in the speakers.
I'm
vote.
sorry, I missed it. I stepped
Oh,
out. So
okay.
if you could just let me know.
Yeah, I indicated that I thought we should be proactive in whatever that we decide what is the best role and the best way that the for-hire vehicles need to operate relative to the parameters that are set if we do ever really get to congestion pricing, which I still have doubts about. But what the challenge really is it must be fair and equitable. And many of what I've heard is that how they want to do surcharges on for hire vehicles, which is Mr. Sorrentino said sometimes it's on top of another surcharge that people are paying. It just doesn't seem to be fair enough.
I think I had mentioned this earlier. As Paul indicated, we currently, there is a charge already being paid by passengers, and the for-hire vehicle sector and the medallions have contributed quite a few dollars over the past years into this fund for the MTA. So I think anything that comes down as new as congestion pricing does come down and get approved eventually, that needs to be looked at because we don't want to burn the drivers as well as the passengers with additional costs. I think that needs to be balanced. And just read over the weekend that the federal government just came out and approved the environmental aspect of it. So it looks like it's going to move on to the state now for their determination. So I think at that level, it needs to be looked at where there can be a balance. And I think that's the key. Thank you.
I think the purpose of congestion pricing, obviously, is the fund for the MTA, but also to reduce the amount of congestion in Manhattan, in the central business district. And to that effect, the idea is to incentivize people to leave their private vehicles at home. And so I think that taxis and for-hire vehicles are an essential ingredient in order to have people be able to move around the city door to door if they are not able to take public transit or another mode. So I do think that, so I do hope that the state takes that into account, that these door to door trips are essential for reducing congestion on the streets.
And I would just add that, again, the taxis and for hire vehicles already pay a surcharge into the congestion pricing. I would just like to emphasize the impact on consumers. Depending on what the toll is set at, that makes the ride potentially very expensive. So the impact on consumers needs to be considered.